already in Gabčíkovo. And Bojnice Zoo to celebrate 60th birthday with open day. The Trade Union Confederation and the government failed to agree on the salaries of public servants and other public sector employees for next year. Trade unions continue to ask for a 7% pay rise, while the government upped its initial offer of a 1.3% increase to a new unspecified proposal, which is lower than what unionists want. The following round of talks is scheduled for next week and should in any case be concluded before the cabinet submits next year's draft budget to parliament in mid-October. The public sector employees saw their salaries increase by 1.5% as of January and by another 1% as of July this year. The temporary accommodation facility for refugees in Gabčíkovo is currently sheltering 227 asylum seekers transferred from Austria, including single-man families and 67 children. All of the migrants originally come from Syria. All of them are seeking asylum in Austria and will be accommodated in Slovakia only temporarily. Those who receive asylum must return to Austria. A memorandum with the Austrian Interior Ministry regarding Slovak assistance with sheltering asylum seekers is valid for 2 years and for a total number that may not exceed 500. The Syrians may move around freely during their stay in Gabčíkovo. No conflicts with the locals have been recorded so far, stated Martina Fabianova, a spokesperson for the Slovak Interior Ministry. Slovakia is covering the cost of refugees' food and accommodation, but all other expenditures, such as those requiring medical care, security services and allowances, are being paid by Austria. Bojnice Zoo, which is celebrating its 60th birthday, has prepared an open day to be held on Sunday, October the 4th, between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. It will feature competitions for children near the bear enclosure, while a guided tour of the zoo with commentary will be available, starting with the bears and ending with the elephants. Visitors can look forward to a show by female elephants Maya and Gula, and also the unwrapping of presents by orangutans, elephants, big cats, bears, lemurs, lynxes and wolves. Up to the moment when handcuffs were used on asylum seekers, police intervention was legitimate, albeit unprofessional, but the subsequently body searches and inspection of their accommodation constitute unjustified interference in their rights of privacy and to be treated humanly, said legal expert Juraj Janda of the Ombudsman Office at a briefing on Monday. On September the 3rd, 45 foreigners refused to have their breakfast and began chanting "Deport and Freedom" in the Medvedev camp. They were subsequently joined by 50 foreigners from the second floor of the building. Then the police intervened. According to the foreigners, the police physically beat them. According to the police, the foreigners had small metal objects in their possession which could have been used in an attack. The police also stated that the migrants were appealed to into proper manner to abstain from illegal activities, and police maintained that the intervention at the detention center was lawful and appropriate. The course of the intervention is still being investigated by the Interior Ministry's Internal Affairs Inspectorate. The prices of agricultural products in August this year dropped by 1.2% year-on-year, while the prices of animal products decreased by 6.3% and those of vegetable products increased by 1.4%. The Slovak Statistics Office reported on Monday. Fattened poultry and raw cow's milk have recorded the highest price decreases. On average, the prices of agricultural products have fallen by 5% since the beginning of this year.
Topical issue.
Additional pay plays an important role in the remuneration of technical and managerial staff, according to a recent study done by the Slovak-German Chamber of Commerce. The variable portion of managers' salaries is about 16% of their total pay, while with specialists it's around 13%. Some companies, such as Volkswagen in Bratislava, pay up to 14 monthly salaries per year, plus bonuses to their workers. In addition, workers can apply for interest-free loans for purchasing a house. Other benefits include free drinks and a subsidized canteen. There are also benefits in the form of medical examinations, training courses and joint trips. Tickets for Extraliga ice hockey matches are becoming more popular as benefits, while there has been an increase in interest in working from home. A survey by website Plati.sk carried out at the turn of 2014 and 2015 showed that only 1 in 7 employees was given a 13th salary. Such salaries are predominantly paid by large businesses in the industrial and energy sectors. The average value of the 13th salary was around €660.
welcome to the Tuesday edition of Slovakia Today from Radio Slovakia International. My name is Gavin Schubert and I'll be your host for this English language broadcast coming to you from the heart of Europe. The news you just heard was brought to you by the TASS and CETA news agencies, and today's show is full of interesting features, starting with a taste of science.
It's just beautiful that we were born into this world about which we know still so little, and we are discovering it little by little.
As I get to know a Slovak astrophysicist to find out what makes space so interesting. Following that, I'm taking you back to school.
But of course, it's also space which is quieter, so that students can come in here for their own purposes.
As I check out a new computer lab in Polymath Center which opened just days ago. After that, I check out a company which decided to take a potentially negative thing from the days of communism and make it cool.
It doesn't need to be connected to any negatives from the past.
And last but by no means least, we'll wrap up the show with Ask Babka.
Let him purse his lips. He can learn.
The featured song in today's show comes from the Slovak ska and reggae band called Polemik, featuring their song Ona je taka, or She's Like That, performed live in 2007. It's a catchy song, and if it doesn't get your feet tapping, then maybe you don't have feet. Astrophysics, computers, marketing, and a sweet old lady thrown in. Today's show has it all, so stick around with Radio Slovakia International. What are black holes? How are stars formed? How big is the universe? Piece by piece, astrophysics is answering such questions and trying to make sense out of the constantly evolving chaos that is the universe. Copernicus, Galileo, Newton, Hawking, and Hubble are just a tiny sample of some of the many astronomers and astrophysicists who have become household names through their discoveries. Another relative newcomer to this list is Norbert Werner from the eastern Slovak town of Rožňava. With a PhD in astrophysics and a knack for explaining the complexities of the universe in a way anyone could understand, I asked him what it is about astrophysics that inspires him.
I am fascinated by the cosmos in general. It's just beautiful that we were born into this world about which we know still so little, and we are discovering it little by little. I